Jordan Poole has been turning heads this preseason, drawing a lot of comparisons to a future bearded Hall of Famer, as the two have a lot of early career similarities. Drafted in 2019 with the 28th overall pick, Jordan's selection was one that was heavily criticized, with a lot of experts believing that he should have stayed another year at Michigan. At first, it made some sense. Poole was very raw, and a lot of scouting sites were saying the same things about him. He was a small guard with ball handling issues and didn't really wow you with his athleticism. To make matters worse, he was drafted to the Golden State Warriors, a dynasty that was looking to contend for championships, favoring veteran players over their young guys. So where would his opportunity to showcase his talents come from? Well, in an fortunate situation, during Poole's rookie season, the Warriors were really hurt. Klay Thompson was out for the year with an ACL injury that he had suffered in the finals. Stephen Curry had just played 5 games that season with a hand injury, and Draymond Green was in and out of the lineup with injuries as well. Well, we can say injuries, but let's be honest, the Warriors were tanking and his boys weren't playing. Poole did play in the G League some, but he played a lot in the NBA, probably more than anyone expected. Now, his rookie year numbers were trash, but the potential was there. He just needed some guiding. And then year 2 came around, and the Warriors still had drastic injury issues. Klay Thompson had suffered yet another lower leg injury that kept him out for the entire year again, so it was more Poole for that second season. He improved his scoring, he shot the ball a lot better, and had a couple key moments. Like I said, the potential was there. Everyone could see how good Poole was, and the Warriors at this point just had to give him more opportunities. Everything had aligned for a big Jordan Poole third-year leap, and that's exactly what happened. His third season in the league would be the best of his career. A near 19 point per game season, he also averaged 4 assists and led the league in free throw shooting. Jordan Poole showcased it all, and in the playoffs his game took an even bigger leap. 17 points per game on near 50, 40, 90 shooting splits. Jordan Poole helped the Warriors win their 4th championship in 7 years, being the second best offensive player during that run. And this had Warriors fans buzzing. This fan base became extremely comfortable with the team's future, as with Jordan Poole, it was right in front of them. Because of this fantastic playoff run, Poole was rewarded with a massive extension, and everything was going great. Until it wasn't. The punch heard around the world is what I like to call it. In a practice during the offseason, Draymond Green sucker punched Poole, with reports saying that certain words were exchanged between the two before that, and everyone just seemed to shrug it off. There were no consequences for Draymond Green, and he wasn't very apologetic, going on his podcast and kind of beating around the bush. The coaches, the front office, and most importantly the players just really swept it under the rug, looking to move past it. Everyone except for Poole. It was an awkward season for Poole. In interviews, he didn't really look like himself. You just never really saw him around Draymond. He oftentimes just dodged questions and just seemed very uncomfortable. And that really showed in his play. Jordan was very inconsistent this past season, and though his scoring rose, his efficiencies dipped. The playoffs were even worse, seeing a 7-point decrease in his point per game average from his championship year to last season. It was all around bad for him, and the Warriors had a choice to make. Would they keep Poole and essentially jumpstart their future, or worry about the current and look to re-sign Draymond Green and Klay Thompson in the future? Well, that choice became very clear in early July as the Warriors traded Poole to the Wizards for Chris Paul, creating a weird dynamic on the team that we'll see this upcoming season. The Warriors look to continue to contend with Poole being shipped to Washington, which, in all honesty, is a place where he can play his game stress-free. The expectations are limitless. Poole has much more freedom in an organization that has made him a focal point of their future, and he's going to shine bright. And yesterday, we got a preview of what's to come. 41 points in just 27 minutes. Yesterday, he became the first Wizard with 40 points in a preseason game since Michael Jordan, which is pretty good company. Step back threes, catch and shoot threes, the mid-range game, floaters, I mean, he was just doing it all for Washington. His game is just so fluid. He plays at his own pace, he has an array of moves, a counter move, a counter for the counter move, and most importantly, the Wizards have done a great job with surrounding him with players that fit. You have the facilitating guard in Tyus Jones that won't really take away from Poole's opportunities. Belisle is a great wing defender who they just drafted. For his age, he will be able to provide a little offense when needed. You have the lob threat in Daniel Gafford. Corey Kispert is the shooter that they need, and Kyle Kuzma is a nice sidekick to take the offensive burden off of Poole. Jordan Poole has really been blessed, all negativity aside. He's had some of the best opportunities in his career as anyone. Playing off of Steph Curry really helped him on his catch and shoot game. Unfortunate injuries to Klay Thompson gave him more on-ball opportunities. He's shown that he can play winning basketball, He has gone through some uncomfortable situations, and most importantly, he's had the humbling experience of being traded, doing all of this before entering his prime. So the sky's the limit for the 24-year-old guard, and I have some all-star expectations for him this season. It's going to be really fun watching Jordan Poole blossom.